So this pen, you just move it like this. So the thread will be always tight, like this, like this. Are you getting the idea? Like this, you rotate like a circle. How you draw in circle view? What you do? You put a thread and tie it, and other side your pen, and you are rotating the pen. You can circle, right? Same way here. The difference is your two pins, one pin over here and one pin over here, and the pen is rotated now. Stretch the thread to the maximum and rotate it. You will get what is known as ellipse. Have you got the idea? Here what you're doing? Only one fixed point. And thread is, this is a pen. And you're moving the, keeping the thread in the stretched form. You rotate it, you get a circle. For ellipse, you need two fixed points. And the thread should be, length of the thread should be more than 10 centimeter. And then stretch it and rotate it. You will get what is known as ellipse. Understood? When you hear the word ellipse, what comes in your mind for most? Where have you come across ellipse? Tell me where you come across ellipse.
The orbit of the planets.
Correct. The orbit of the planet, that Earth move around the sun in elliptical orbit. Correct now? So you have an idea about what the shape of ellipse. It is something like this. This is the shape of the ellipse. Now today we are going to learn what is the standard equation of the ellipse and how do you find out the different parts of the ellipse. So we can say ellipse is like this. And I'm drawing the x-axis. I'm drawing the y-axis. There are two definitions for ellipse. I'm going to talk to you first definition, then I'll talk to you next definition. For a parabola, you have a fixed point and a fixed line. And every point on the parabola are equidistant from the fixed point and the fixed line, right? You remember that? SP is equal to PM.
Yes, sir.
Now, in ellipse, ellipse also has got a fixed line and has also got a fixed point. The point P moves such a way that SP upon PM is a constant. Here also SP upon PM is a constant, but SP upon PM is always 1. That's why SP is equal to PM. But in case of ellipse, SP upon PM should be a fraction, should be a number less than 1. If the ratio is a constant and the value of the constant is less than 1, for example, SP upon PM is half. In that case, which will be more length? SP will be more length or PM will be more? Which will be more? SP is having more length or PM is having more length?
PM.
PM will have. So if the length PM should be more than SP, and also this ratio should be equal. Suppose imagine I measured SP upon PM and I got 1/2. I took another point Q here and measured SQ upon QN. That also will give me 1/2. Imagine I took another point R here, measured SR upon RQ. That also should give me half. So any point you take on the ellipse, SP upon PM will be a constant. And that constant should be less than 1. Then you will get an ellipse. If SP upon PM happen to be more than 1, for example, SP is twice PM. Now which is more? SP is more or PM is more? SP is twice PM, which is more? SP will be more. In such case, what you get is known as hyperbola. So in short, if SP upon PM is 1, then the locus of P is a parabola. SP upon PM is a constant, and that constant is less than 1, that means 0 to 1, then it is a ellipse. And SP upon PM is equal to a constant, but that constant is more than 1, then it is hyperbola. Understood? These are the 3 curves that we have: ellipse, parabola, hyperbola. They are called conics. All three named together, we call it as conics. Even circle is also known as conics. Okay, that I'll explain to you later why it is known as conics. Okay, so can we make a note now? First point, make a ellipse like this. Draw the x-axis. Draw the y-axis. Then mark the directrix. One directrix here. Ellipse has got two directrix. Ellipse has got two foci. One foci over here, one foci over here. Then the equation of the ellipses, standard equation of ellipses. X square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. This is the first point to remember. I'm sending you the notes, so don't just know you. Even if you don't write, it's no problem. But understand the concept. This is called directrix. Okay, how many directrix are there? Two directrix. This is called the focus. Again, we have two focus. What is the speciality? P is a point on the ellipse. What you can say? If P is a point on the ellipse. If P is a point on the ellipse, what you can say? SP upon PM will be a constant. This constant is known as eccentricity. Eccentricity of the ellipse. And E should be a number between 0 and 1. So the ratio should be a constant, first of all. Second thing, that constant should be, do you understand why? What do you mean by constant? If you change the point P to this point or here, anywhere on this ellipse, this ratio will be a fixed number. That ratio doesn't change. And that ratio, if it is between 0 and 1, it is an ellipse. If it is more than 1, it is hyperbola. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Then, how do you calculate? Suppose I give you equation of ellipse. How will I calculate the eccentricity? How will I calculate this? Suppose I give you an equation of ellipse as x square upon 25 plus y square upon 16 is equal to 1. And I want to calculate what is the eccentricity. Eccentricity is given by the formula root of a square minus b square upon b, upon a, root of a square minus b square. What is a square stands for? 25 minus 16 divided by a. What is a? This is a square. A square is 25. B square is 9. Then a will be only 5. So the eccentricity of this ellipse will be 3 by 5. Have you followed how to calculate eccentricity?
Yes,
or
sir.
no? Yeah. So when the equation of ellipse is given, you will be able to calculate two things. What are the two things? A and B. And after you calculate A and B, you will calculate third parameter E, whose formula is root of a square minus b square upon a. Is it clear to you? So once
Yes,
again,
sir.
one more important thing. There are two types of ellipse. You can see A here is 5 and B here is 3. If A is greater than B, the value of A is greater than B, what you see is this way the ellipse. Remember, this is the axis of symmetry. This is also axis of symmetry. If you keep a mirror here, they coincide. If you keep a mirror on the y-axis, they will coincide. This point is obtained by putting y as 0. When you put y as 0, you will get x value as x square upon a square, it will be 1. So x square will be a square. So x will be plus or minus a. That means this will be 1 point vertex. This will be other point minus a comma 0. If you put y as x as 0, y will be plus or minus b. So is this clear to everybody? So what are the vertex of the ellipse?
Yes.
A comma plus or minus A comma 0 or 0 comma plus or minus B. Are you hearing properly? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this length will be 2A. And this length will be 2B. This is called the major axis and the minor axis. This will happen only if A is greater than B. If A is less than B, what will happen? This length B will become bigger and A will become smaller. That will get another ellipse. So since I'm teaching you standard ellipse, here I am taking everywhere A greater than B. Followed? So let me again recap the points that you learned. First thing, how the equation of the ellipse look like? Tell me. What is the format of a standard equation of ellipse?
X square
X square upon A square plus Y square upon B square is equal to 1.
So once I give you the equation of the ellipse, you can calculate A and B. Second point I told you is every point on the ellipse satisfies a condition. What are the conditions satisfied? Don't say satisfies the equation of the ellipse. That is of course. But what is the speciality of every point on the ellipse? SP upon PM will be a constant, and that constant will be less than 1. And this, what do you call this constant?
Eccentricity.
Eccentricity. Eccentric, you have learned the word eccentric, no? What do you mean by eccentric? Manoj sir, eccentric, you must have told 10 times. Am I right? Eccentric means pagal, right now? So SP upon PM is called eccentricity. So don't say it's a pagalpan of ellipse, not that way. Its name is eccentricity. Just to remember, I told you that. If E's value is between 0 and 1, the eccentricity of the ellipse should be between 0 and 1. How do you calculate value of eccentricity from the equation? Root of A square
A
minus
square
B
minus
square
B square
upon
A.
A. In this, whatever I'm speaking, A is greater than B, then only whatever I'm saying is correct. Then I came to what are the vertices of ellipse. So before you know the vertices, you must know what are the axes of the ellipse. There are two axes. One is called the major axis and other is called the minor axis. Major axis will have length 2A and it will be along the x-axis. Minor axis has length 2B and it is along the y-axis. And the vertices are plus or minus A comma 0 and 0 comma plus or minus B. They are the vertices. So much is clear? Then don't write, okay? I'm going to give you a better way to write. The foci, focus, coordinate of focus. We have three things in an equation of ellipse, A, B, and E. The foci is plus or minus AE comma 0. That means one foci here will be AE comma 0. Another foci will be minus AE comma 0. And the directrix is x equal to A by E, and here x equal to minus A by E. So you have to mug up all this, huh? Directrix, equation of directrix. X is equal to plus or minus A by E. Followed? So you are going to draw an ellipse and mark all of them. Can you mark all of them so that we learn it? You may do it rough work also, no problem. But the idea is to by heart it. Without by hearting this, nothing I can teach. First, you make a ellipse. You must have already made once. Am I right? Then mark the axis we have done before already. Now you will have to draw the directrices. One directrix will be like this, and one directrix will be like this. Write the each name of it. What is the name? What do you mean by name of it? What do you call this y-axis, x-axis, origin? You are going to write. What do you call this line? What is the name of this line? Directrixes. Directrix singular. And what is its equation? X equal to A by E. this directrix x equal to minus a. Then there is a focus S here, AE comma 0. There is a focus here, S dash minus AE comma 0. What do you call this point? 1 minute. I'll just change the color. What do you call this point? The center of the ellipse. This is what? Foci. Focus, you can call it. Singular is focus. This is also another focus. Then vertex, mark it A here. Mark the vertex as A. A comma 0. Another vertex here, A dash minus A comma 0. Another vertex here, 0 comma B. Another vertex here, 0 comma minus B. Then A dash is called the major axis. And B dash is called the minor axis. Major axis has length 2A and minor axis has length 2B. I hope you understood this much.
Yes, sir.
I think I have completed all. Now lattice rectum. Do you remember what is lattice rectum? If you draw a chord passing through the focus, this chord is called what? Lattice rectum. L dash. L dash is called the lattice rectum. Suppose I want to calculate the coordinate of lattice rectum. Remember, the focus x coordinate is AE, so the lattice rectum's x coordinate also will be AE. Why? Because everywhere on this line, x coordinate will be same. If one point has got x coordinate AE, all the points on this line will have x coordinate AE. So naturally, if I want to find out what is its y coordinate, this point L is a point on this ellipse. So you replace this x by AE. You will automatically get the y coordinate. So A square will get cancelled. Y square upon B square will become 1 minus E square. So the y square will be B square into 1 minus E square. But this E square, you can replace it by our formula. What is E? Root of A square minus B square upon A. So you can write this 1 minus E square. E square can be written as B square into 1 minus A square minus B square upon A square. When you take the LCM, this A square will go away. You will get B square, B raised to 4 upon A square. Okay, I'll just draw it properly. First thing, what did I say? Lattice times endpoint will be AE comma Y. So in the equation x square upon A square plus Y square upon B square equal to 1, I'm substituting x as AE because this is a point on ellipse. This is a point on the ellipse, so it should satisfy the equation. So AE the whole square upon A square is Y square upon B square, 1. This got cancelled. Y square upon B square is 1 minus E square. Y square equal to B square into 1 minus E square. But I can replace E square as A square minus B square upon A square. What is the formula for E? Root of
A
square minus B square upon A. So if I replace it, अभी LCM लेगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? A square minus A square plus B square upon A square. They both will get cancelled. So B raised to 4 upon A square. This is your y coordinate. So y is plus or minus b square upon a. So endpoint of the lattice vector will be ae comma b square upon a. Another one will be ae comma minus b square upon a. So just look at the diagram. This point L will be ae comma b square upon a. This will be ae comma minus b square upon a. So what will be the total length? B square upon a will be this much. This much also b square upon a. So total length will be 2b square upon a. So length of the lattice vector will be 2b square upon a. This much you have to learn. So can you repeat with me whatever I taught to you? Okay, I'll do one thing. मैं एक सब एक table में बना देता हूँ. I'll make a table and give you, but just for learning purpose. Without learning this, I cannot teach you anything. Okay. First, standard equation. Standard equation of ellipse. X square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1, a greater than b. Another ellipse is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1, b greater than a. Diagram for this will be like this. Axis, and diagram for this will be b is greater than a, so naturally it will be like this. Understood? How will this one's directrix? Like this, like this. How will be this one directrix? Like this and like this. What will be the focus? 1 here, 1 here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. The vertex will be this point. So for both of them, vertex will be same stuff. No change in the vertex. So let me call them as, I'll give them some name. A dash, B dash. A dash, B dash. Then first thing, what is the center of the ellipse? Center of the ellipse will be the origin. Following? Can you see the center?
Yes, sir.
Then next comes is how to calculate E. E is eccentricity, I'll write. Instead of E, I'll write eccentricity. E is calculated by root of a square minus b square upon a. Remember, a is bigger than b. So a square is minus b square will be a positive number. Heard me properly?
Yes,
Because
sir.
a is more than b, this will be a positive number. Can you guess here b is greater than a? So what will be the formula for eccentricity here?
Under root b square minus
B square minus a
minus
square
a
upon
upon
b
b.
will be. That means all a will become b and all b will become a. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then after eccentricity, next comes is foci. Coordinate of foci. They are on x-axis, so y coordinate will be 0. So plus or minus ae comma 0. Here, foci is on the y-axis. So if it is on the y-axis, x will be 0. And plus or minus
B.
not b. So a will become b and b will become a. So okay. Now next goes equation of directrices. Equation of directrices. Here x is a constant. So x is equal to plus or minus a by e. Here y is a constant. So b by e. Y is equal to plus or minus b by e. There are two directrices, one here, one here. Followed? Then comes major axis. Here major axis is x-axis. Here major axis is y-axis. Length of major axis will be 2a here, and here length will be 2b. So I think you must have already got the idea. Whenever we want to find for this where b is greater than a, all a will become b and all b will become a, all x will become y and all y will become x. So automatically everything gets interchanged. Because if you rotate it through an angle 90 degrees, it both ellipses will become same. Are you writing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So should I wait? Now we will write the minor axis. Okay. So what is the minor axis? For this ellipse, minor axis y-axis. And length is 2b. Minor axis is x-axis. And length is 2a. Then comes to end point of the lattice vector. This will be the same as the focus x coordinate, ae comma plus or minus b square upon a. You will have one more lattice vector this side. This is also lattice vector, this is also lattice vector. Minus ae comma plus or minus b square upon a. And the length of the lattice vector, can you tell me? 2b square upon a. Now here all x will become y, all y will become x, a will become b, and b will become a. So here the focus is 0, b. So b will be the y coordinate, and plus or minus here it is b square upon a will become a square upon b, because a and b will interchange. Another point will be plus or minus a square upon b, comma minus b. And length of the lattice vector will be 2a square upon b. I think so much is sufficient for you to do the problems. This table can make you solve almost all the questions. But you have to learn this table by heart. Finish that table or writing? I don't know what is your status. I can't see your book.
Sir, writing.
So we are given two ellipses. What is the speciality of the first ellipse and second ellipse? What is the difference? First one?
In the first one, a is greater than b, and second one, b is greater than.
Okay, so very good. So first we'll have to calculate eccentricity. So let's take the first one. X square upon 25 plus y square upon 9 equal to 1. Comparing with x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. A square is 25 and b square is 9. So eccentricity's formula, can you tell me now?
root a square minus b square upon a.
Root of a square minus b square upon a. Calculate it. Root of 25 minus 9 upon a. That means 4 by 5. So we calculated all the parameter. A is 5. Okay, I'll write it here. A is 5, B is 3, and E is 4 by 5. Do you notice that nowhere I'm putting a negative sign? A square is 25. I did not write A as plus or minus 5 because A and B are always positive numbers. Now coordinate of the center. Just in your mind, the figure should be there. That will give you an idea of remembering. Center's coordinate is what?
0.
Is the origin. Then coordinate of foci. Tell me the formula. Coordinate of foci. AE plus or minus AE comma 0. Plus or minus AE comma 0. Did you notice that if you cross multiply this both, you will get AE. You can write this way also. Which means foci is difference between 25 and 9 under root. That is plus or minus 4 comma 0. Root of a square minus b square is your foci. Then comes after foci, end of lattice vector. Remember, this part will be same. AE plus or minus b square upon a. And AE minus AE plus or minus b square upon a. There are two ends. This side also one lattice vector. This side also one lattice vector. On one end. So AE is already calculated as 4. B square is 9 and A is 5. So 9 by 5. So here you put minus 4 plus or minus 9 by 5. So end of the lattice vector is over. So all coordinate we calculated. Then length of the end point of the major axis, can you tell me? A comma 0 minus A comma 0. End point of the minor axis 0 comma B, 0 comma minus B. So that I'm not writing. Length of major axis. Is 2A. That is 2 into A is 5. So 10 unit. Length of minor axis. That is 2B. So 2 into 3, that is 6 unit. Length of the lattice vector. 2B square upon A. 2 into 9 upon 5. So 18 by 5 unit. I hope you understood how to calculate. So now we are taking x square upon 16, y square upon 25 equal to 1. In A square is 16, B square is 25. So A is 4 and B is 5. So here B is greater than A. So the diagram of the ellipse this time will be like this. This will be the format of the ellipse. So the eccentricity formula will change now. The root of B will come first. B square minus A square upon B. root of 25 minus 16 upon 5. So 3 by 3 by 5. Correct. Then comes coordinate of center. Center no change. Center will be 0, 0. Then the coordinate of foci. Now the foci is on the y-axis. 0, plus or minus b. Again, this is same as 0, plus or minus root b square minus a square. So if you take the root of the difference between b and bigger number minus smaller number. So 0, plus or minus 25 minus 16. So 0, plus or minus 3. Any doubt, please ask her. Your class very difficult. Other than 2 or 3 students don't interact today. अभी कुछ पूछता ही नहीं है, सबको इतना अच्छे तरह से समझ में आता है, एग्जाम के टाइम सब गायब हो जाता है, तब तक सब ठीक है. Endpoints of the lattice vector. Remember?
Plus or minus a square upon b, comma be.
Very good. Okay, I'll take first b, then n minus b. And plus or minus a square upon b, minus b. A square is 16, b is 5. And b already you calculated 3.
3.
Yeah. So plus or minus 16, 5 minus 3.
Minus.
So this is over. Then length of the major axis. What will be the formula?
2b.
2b. Bigger length. 2 into 5, 10 unit. Length of the minor axis.
2a.
2a.
2 into 4a.
4, 8 unit. Length of the lattice rectum. 2a square upon b.
2a square by b.
So 2 into
2 into 16, 16 by 32 by 5.
So 32 by 5. That's all they asked you to calculate, no?
Yeah.
Length of major axis of the ellipse. 9x square plus 7y square equal to 63 is option A 3, option B 9, option C 6, option D 2 root 7. Calculate and tell me. Okay, the length of the axis, find length of the axis. When you say length of the axis means length of the major axis as well as length of the minor axis. Of the conics. What do you mean by conics? Ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, जो भी है. 9x square plus 4y square minus 6x plus 4y plus 1 equal to 0. So this is not standard ellipse. If it is a non-standard ellipse, how to proceed? Like how you did for parabola, the same method. What you do is, all the x terms you take it together. all the y terms you take it together and constant on the right hand side. Agreed? Now tell me what should be added to make this as a perfect square. This also should be perfect square. So what should I do? Okay, do one thing. You take 9 common. 6 by 3 matlab 2 by 3. Take a 4 common. Now tell me what should I add to make it a perfect square? What is our method? Half of the coefficient of x. So what is half the coefficient? It will be, if you divide this by 2, it become 1 by 3. Na? So you have to add 1 by 9. The coefficient of y here is 1 divided by 2 and then square. So become 1 by 4. Barabar hai? Has everybody understood this 1 by 9 kaise aaya? Now,
Yes,
what is the number you added here? 9 into 1 by 9. What is the number you added here? 4 into 1 by 4. Whatever you have added on the left hand side, you must add on the right also. Samjha ki nahi samjha? So
Yes.
now this you can write x minus 1 by 3 the whole square. 4 into y plus half the whole square. And right hand side is 1. This is nothing but x minus 1 by 3 the whole square divided by 1 by 9. Y plus half the whole square divided by 1 by 4 equal to 1. Have you understood?
Yes.
Which is of the form capital X square upon A square, capital Y square upon B square equal to 1. बराबर है कि नहीं? Capital X क्या है? X minus 1 by 3. Capital Y क्या है? Y plus half. So how much is A square here? How much is B square? So A is 1 by 3 and B is half. Now tell me which is greater. A is greater or B is greater?
The B is greater.
B is greater. So length of major axis is 2B. So 2 into half. So 1 unit. Length of the minor axis (2A). So 2 into 1 by 3. So 2 by 3 units. I hope you understood. Little tricky. So bring all x together, y together, constant on the right. If there is any coefficient, take the coefficient of y square common. X square is the coefficient is 1. Then y is 4y square y plus 8y. So x square minus 2x, you take it together. 4 you have to take common because you have to make coefficient of y square 1. So tell me the number to be added here and here. What should I add? 1.
Plus 1.
Correct. And what about the next one? There also 1 only.
1.
But what will you add on the right hand side?
Plus 1 plus 4.
Plus 1 plus 4. Very good. So x minus 1 the whole square. 4 into y plus 1 the whole square is equal to 4. Now I need right hand side to be 1, no? Our formula for equation of ellipses 1 on the right hand side. So I don't want this 4. So divide by 4. So x minus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Y plus 1 the whole square divided by 1 equal to 1 divided by 4. Which is of the form x square upon a square. I'm using capital letter. Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, that's right. Somebody given, who has given me the answer? Yes, Kevil has given, Parinada has given. Good, good. So a square is 4. B square is 1. Yes, somebody else has given. Who is that? Yes, J, perfectly right. A root of a square minus b square upon a. The root of 4 minus 1 upon 2.
Okay, by 2.
Very good. Clevin also, nice. J, nice, good. J and Clevin, good. I hope you understood properly. If eccentricities of these two ellipses, which are they? X square upon 169 plus y square upon 25 equal to 1, and x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1 are equal. Then find the value of a upon b. Options are 5 by 11, B 6 by 13, C 13 by 5, and D is 13 by 6. So first I wrote the formula, substituted, compared the formula and got B by A, reciprocate A by B. Yes, one more question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
1 minute, sir.
yeah. What will be the equation of this ellipse? What was the original? If it was like this, what would be the equation? If it was like this, what would be the equation?
X square upon a square plus
Yeah, x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. Correct, na? In this case, what will be the equation? Instead of x, it will be x minus h the whole square. And instead of y, it will be y minus k the whole square. Did you understand the idea? If the center is h comma k, only change will be x will become x minus h and y will become y minus k. That's what we have done actually here. If I had asked you to draw this ellipse, the center of the ellipse would have been 1 comma minus 1. 1 comma minus 1. This would have been the center. And I would have drawn the ellipse like this. This would have been the ellipse. So my axis would have been like this, major axis. And minor axis would have been like this. But the axis of the graph would be x will be here and y will be here. So center will be that side, it is x minus 1. So x coordinate is 1. Y plus 1, y coordinate is minus 1. Have you got the idea? A is 4, A is 2, and B is 1. I hope you have got the click of it.
Yes, sir. Got
Yeah. But here it is given to you. Axes are along the coordinate axis. That means it's not the ellipse. It is this ellipse. Axes are, major axis and minor axis are along the coordinate axis. Major axis is x-axis and minor axis is y-axis. Vertex is 5, 0. That means this is 5, 0. Then foci is 4, 0. Foci is 4, 0. So I can say this equation is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1, where a is greater than b in it. And a's value is 5. Why a's value is 5? Because vertex is a, 0. And AE is 4. Why AE is 4? Okay, I'll do one. You're not following anything. Vertex is plus or minus a, 0, which is given to be plus or minus 5, 0, which implies A's value is 5.
A equal to 5.
Foci is plus or minus AE, 0, which is plus or minus root A square minus B square. AE can be written as, I hope you are understanding that, which is plus or minus 4,
Yes, sir. Yes.
So root of a square minus b square is 4. So a square minus b square is 16. Already a is going to be 5. So b square is 9. So b is 3. So a is 5, b is 3. Therefore, the equation of ellipse is x square upon 25 plus y square upon 9 equal to 1. I hope you understood. If not followed, you must tell me. Axes are along the coordinate axis. So how to assume the equation of the ellipse?
X square upon a square plus y square upon b is equal to 1, where b is greater than a.
X square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. 0, plus or minus 10 is the vertex. So 0, plus or minus b is one of the vertex. So b is 10. I don't know whether a is more or b is more, but I can say only b is 10. That's all I can say. Now, what is the formula for eccentricity? Root of a square minus b square upon a. Here you have a choice. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You have a choice. You could have taken E as root of b square minus a square upon b. This also would have been correct. So according to the answer would change. So let's check with this. I'm trying to do with this. E is 4 by 5. Root of a square minus 10 square upon a. So let's see whether we are getting the answer or not. 16 by 25 is a square minus 100 upon a square. So 16 a square is 25 a square minus 2500. So 2500 is 9 a square. So a square is 2500 upon 9. So a is a square to mil gaya. So we write the equation. So equation is x square upon 2500 by 9 plus y square upon how much 100 equal to 1. So my answer is 9x square plus 25y square is 2500. So I am multiplying throughout the 2500. If you had taken this way, you would have got another answer, but that also would be correct. So both ways you could have taken. My answer. Then my answer would have been another method, that is E if I take it as b square minus a square upon b. So now 4 by 5 root of 100
minus a square
square upon 10. If you want, you can cancel this. 8 is equal to 8 square equal to 100 minus a square. So a square is 100 minus 64. So I would have got 36. In that case, my answer would be x square upon 36 plus y square upon 100 equals to 2. So this way also the answer can be. Both answers are correct. Okay. So depending on whether A is greater or B is greater, the answer will change. We'll continue on Friday with the same topic. I have to teach you non-standard one also.